Hello and welcome to helpyourmath.com. In this video, we're going to look at unusual cases in tablet dosages. And for this video, I'm going to use the nursing formula, which is D over H times Q, where D is the desired dosage and H is the on hand and Q is the unit quantity. So that's what I'm going to use for these examples. Okay, first, the order is for 1.5 milligrams. PO just means oral. And it says Q6H, that means every 6 hours. Okay, so what information do we have here? We know that each tablet contains 0.25 milligrams, and this particular box has 30 tablets, which isn't super important, but good to know. Okay, so we're gonna set this up. The desired quantity is 1.5 milligrams over, what do we have on hand is 0.25 milligrams, times that unit quantity, which would be one tablet. Okay, so what happens here is those units cancel nicely, and now we want to figure out what 1.5 divided by 0.25 is. If you're getting a little bit thrown off by the decimals, let's clear those decimals out. To clear the decimal, I know that this 5 is in the hundredths place, so I know I need to multiply this one by 100 if I'm going to clear out that decimal. Here I would just need to multiply by 10, so we're going to go with that bigger value. We're going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 100 because we have to be consistent and multiply secretly by a 1. That would move the decimal point over twice, giving me 150, divided by, move it over twice, 25. 150 divided by 25 is 6. So this indicates to me, so we have 6 times 1 tablet, meaning this order calls for 6 tablets. Now, you might say, why is that unusual? That's a nice number. But we do want to be warned, and we do want to double check this order because anything more than 3 tablets is considered unusual, and maybe there was a mistake in the order or this isn't the right dose of the drug that we're given. So we want to be really careful when we get anything more than 3, double check, because 6 tablets for one time is a lot of tablets. How about this one? The order calls for 0.1875 milligrams. PO, again, just means oral. And then it says BID. BID means twice per day. And let's see what we have here. So on hand, we have 0.125 milligrams, and this particular box contains 100 tablets. Okay, so each tablet, good, we want to just see that again. Let's set this up. We know the desired amount is 0.1875 milligrams. And we're going to divide that by the amount on hand, which is 0.125 milligrams. And this is per 1 tablet. The unit quantity is 1 tablet. Okay, so the units cancel here. We want to be really careful when we do these calculations. We don't want to mess up. Be super careful. Everything matches. We have milligrams here. We have milligrams here. Solid. Now we want to work out this fraction. So we have 0.1875 divided by 0.125, you might be saying, I don't want to really deal with those decimals, and I don't blame you. Let's clear the decimals out. In order to clear the decimal out up here, I need to multiply by tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. And so I know that's going to be more than what I would need to clear out the decimal down here, so I'm going to multiply by 10,000 over 10,000, which is secretly just multiplying by 1, and moving the decimal over 1, 2, 3, 4 places in the numerator, giving me 1,875. And in the denominator, 1, 2, 3, 4, I get 1,250. Okay, so now I'm ready to divide here. I don't know this calculation off the top of my head, so I'm going to set up some long division. 1,875. I'm pretty sure it's not going to work out evenly, so I'm just going to preemptively add a decimal point. 1,250 goes into 1,875 one time, minus 1,250. And that will, let's see, the subtraction gives me 5, 2, 6, bring down the 0. 1,250, if you're not sure, you can go off to the side and check, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be 5. 1,250 times 5. 5 times 0 is 0. That's 25. 10 plus 2 is 12. And that's going to be 6. Yep, it matches. Yay! So we end up with 1.5. 1.5 tablets. Again, this is unusual in this case because it's not a full number of tablets. Usually it should just be 1 or 2 or 3. But 1.5 is actually okay. We can do half tablets, but nothing else, no other decimal. So we either have exact numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we can have half doses as well. We can cut tablets in half, but nothing else. If it's 0.25, no good. If it's 0.333, no good. So this one is okay. You might want to double check because it isn't a whole number, but it's okay. How about our last example? So our last example, the order calls for 526.5 milligrams. PO just means oral, and then daily means once per day. And what do we have here? We have 250 milligrams. This one has 100 capsules. Let's go ahead and set this up. So the order, the desired amount is 562.5 milligrams divided by what's on hand is 250 milligrams times 1 capsule. The units cancel, which they should. And now let's go off here. We have 562.5 divided by 250. I don't like that decimal. I need to multiply by 10 over 10 to clear it. That gives me 5,625 divided by 2,500. Okay. Let's set up the division for this. That's 2,500 divided into 5,625. I get the sense this isn't going to work out for me, so I'm just going to preemptively add a decimal point. 2,500 will go into 5,625 twice, and 2,500 times 2 is 5,000. That leaves behind 625. Yep, bring down that 0. It did not work out. I think it's going to be another 2 because if it's a 3 times 25 is 75. That's going to be too big. So this is going to be a 2 again, minus 5,000. I'm kind of running out of space, so I'm just going to move it over here. That subtraction will be 1,250. Add a 0. And 2,500 times what will give me 12,500. That's going to be times 5, and we can double check that 0, 0, 5. Bring the 2 over. That's 10 plus 2 is 12. Yep. So it ends up being exactly 12,500. And I did that in my head. If you need to show your work, of course, you can always write it down. Okay, so we end up indicating this indicates to us we need 2.25 capsules. 2.25, there should be warning bells going off. We cannot give a quarter of a tablet. Not only is there an issue with the fact that it wants a quarter of a tablet, but if you read over here in the fine print, it suggests 1 every 6 hours. So I would double check this order for 2 reasons. 1, you can't do the capsule as a quarter, and 2, that recommended dose is only 1 per every 6 hours, not 2 per day. So you want to double check with that. We want to make sure we're giving our patients the right dosage. These have been unusual cases, whether we had more than 3 tablets or we had fractions of tablets or capsules. Thank you for stopping by.